Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.2 preview playthrough as the Imperial Remnant. In the last episode, we sent Palpatine up through the Hapes Consortium a little bit, which is now controlled by Warlord Zinj, while we have what used to be Pellion's fleet up here taking care of some of the remnants of the Warlords in this area. So in this episode, I would like to try to clear out Findar and Garros. We'll probably go for Garros first. And we'll also try to take Hapes and Terraphon. But something that I did notice is that apparently at some point, I'm not sure when he would have done this, Zinj's forces got Cyphera, Shardan, and Bothway. It must have been fairly recent, and Nalhada, which I think, I'm not even sure where they would have come from for that. Like maybe Kashyyyk, and then the New Republic got it back. That must be what happened, but it's kind of weird. So the New Republic's forces are kind of cut in half there. I'm sure the New Republic is going to grab that territory back, but it does mean that Fondor is open for when Tackle wants to, when Tackle wants to come over and take it. So maybe we'll also get that going, because we do have quite a bit of ground stuff coming up. So let's just add in, it'll probably be a very lowly defended. Yeah, looks like it's just Tycho here. Maybe we'll go for Skarl as well, because that is another planet that's kind of cut off. But I don't know where the main fleet that was kind of harassing us in our territory went. So we do have to be a little bit careful here. Not here specifically, but in this region. We do have a World Devastator, so Shunan's Vacuum Cleaner is our first line of offense here, I guess. So let's get Shunan's Vacuum Cleaner in here. Merciless Devil. I don't think we've used 1.0 Lucre Hulk. I do want to try to make sure that we use most of our stuff here. And let's get Merciless Devil in there. Boneless Skeleton as well. And 2.3 win. This is probably overkill for a single Golan, but there's no such thing as overkill, really. So you guys can go over here and take out that Krellian Corvette. What are you doing? You are going to that location to attack. That's ambitious. It's the real Project Ambition in Thrawn Revenge. Alright, you guys get over here. And there were a couple more questions in the comments about what the World Devastator is going to do. But for now, it's mostly like a battle cruiser, and it'll eventually have more abilities added. That I'd like to get some of them in for 2.2. The basic scripts are there. It's just implementing the actual effects of them. All right, so they're leaving. We don't have to worry about taking down the Golan. And we can continue on our merry little way. So there's Fondor. We don't really have any ground forces in this area. We want to send this fleet. Well, this fleet kind of has to defend Corellia. So I won't do that. But I do want to send.
Construction complete.
We need a regular ship. Well, let's get you into that fleet. Do we have any regular ships? I don't think we do. I'm not going to get Karnor quite yet. What I do need to do is grab
Building under construction.
just get a regular victory too, and we'll use that for orbital bombardments. Because Hapes is... Well, you know what? Palpatine can do it. We don't really need him sitting over there. I don't think we're going to get attacked at the Transitory Mist quite yet. And let's get a couple scouts going, or probe droids. Not really scouts. So, our infantry situation's still not fantastic here.
Enlisting soldiers.
Let's get some of that going. There we go. Let's get out of here then. Yeah, I didn't realize how low our...
Troops.
Or I didn't remember how low our soldiers were. I do now.
Complete. Recruiting.
So let's just turn some of these into soldier factories. And... Well, let's turn Mandalore into a heavier vehicle factory. Okay, that's a fairly simple battle for us. It's three Lucra Hulks, but I can't remember if in this build they're still not spawning fighters how they're meant to. But we'll see. We should be able to get through Findar and Garros fairly easily. So what's at Findar? Never mind. Actually, no, that's not bad. It's just a bunch of arcs. So what I need to do again is get a bunch of these. So I can't remember if I talked about this when we were talking about the icons, but on top of the new unit icons and everything, Knickers did some higher res like command buttons, so like pause, play, all the main UI buttons. And so they should look much better on 4K monitors than the original resolutions did. We're not doing that with actual unit icons quite yet. And again, I may have mentioned this in the last episode, but that is something that's kind of on our radar for later. We don't want to go too far with that because it can be kind of terrible for performance, or not performance, but you can start to hit memory limits with textures, and we'd rather not do that. So we'll possibly not go all the way with that, but especially because the mod doesn't use the bigger galactic icons that some stuff in the vanilla game used. So we do have a little bit extra room there, but we also have a ton of extra content. So we'll see how far we can take it. Let's get a Taunt Falcon there. I really like the Taunt Falcons now. But yeah, so that stuff should all look better. The
Bomber squadron reporting.
What was I even gonna say?
Launching attack.
So there is a bit of a trade-off where if you hover over them, I think, is it tactical where it does it? But if you can get the tooltip to come up, then the buttons look really big in the tooltip where it'll usually show like the unit icon, and that's not fantastic. But that's basically the only downside we've found, because it was either we could rescale that for everything, but we'd need the higher res icons, or the ship icons would look very tiny. So we just decided it's a thing that people never really look at, those tooltips for the buttons. So who cares? Like, it's the least impactful negative side for the upgrade you get. And the thing that brought this on is one of the buttons that's being updated. Like, you can kind of see some of the differences here between like what the reinforcements are, and yeah. But one of the things that's not updated yet in this build is like the land and space tab buttons, which like really show how low res they are. So that'll be something that maybe I can pull in for next week's episode or something. We should be getting to Karnor's era relatively soon, so we'll get a look at that. There we go. Yeah, you guys need to take out the engines. I keep saying this too, but I do want to get rid of the outrageous speed up with retreat happening. But there we go. There's Garros. Let's get on over there. Let's pop you up to the next level. And I think we should be okay for Hapes now. We'll take Hapes, we'll take Terraphon, and we'll take Garros. I'm just going to check Garros first because I'm not sure if it's just hidden or if they actually don't have any buildings there. So it has the highest potential to be the easiest battle.
Invasion commencing.
Here we go.
Beginning construction.
They actually didn't have anything there. So I'm perfectly fine with that. I think they must have taken that relatively recently then. But let's get into Hapes here. We're at week 190. Was it just 190 weeks that our Pentastar alignment Let's Play took? Or was it closer to 400? 350. I think it was 350. This is a bigger map though, so I kind of think we'll be done faster with this one than we were with the PA one.
Awaiting orders. Choose your reinforcement.
And we're gonna get into the challenge mode stuff soon. I've got a decent idea of how I'm gonna handle that, and that's gonna be our next major playthrough on the channel. So,
Advancing. Squad, move out. Construction complete.
right, let's
Roger.
I mean, this is. Where's the sensor on it? Is it up here? I think there was a sensor up there.
Reporting in.
Let's get you guys heading in a little bit
Right away,
more.
sir.
See if there's anything you can either capture, or if you can just get to the LZ up here.
Moving to that area, sir. Roger that.
Anything over here?
There they are. Blast them.
Oh. Well, that's a building. It's not a sensor array. That's an AT-AT. Okay, I guess we're probably gonna have to go then do this the hard way. So let's see how the tank droids are doing right now. I nerfed them a long time ago, but I don't know if it was enough or too much. So that'll be a good thing to check.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
If nothing else, they are intended to have relatively high single target damage. So their textures are also god awful.
Copy.
Okay, you went past them.
I copy.
Yes, Commander.
So these guys,
Destination.
the tank droids are always going to be kind of ugly because they're the tank. They're basically just turbo lasers on tracks. But I would like to make them, their models and skins at least,
Reporting.
not as terrible. Like within the design, do what we can to make it less objectionable. Are you going to get away? No, you're not. Alright, you guys roll on in.
Ready.
There we go. So AT-AT will come by soon.
Order
I'm keeping these guys parked here because we can use their vision to do a bombing run on that. Let's grab, like, this new path texture. Let's grab this up here.
Bombing run available. Yes, Commander.
Oh god.
Sensor node constructing.
Alright, there we go.
AT-AT ready. Proceeding to target.
We'll keep you walking up there. Keep you guys within response range. There we go. Seems like a lot of them are... Oh, they're coming up this way. So let's get the AT-AT up on the hill.
On my way, sir.
And... Oh, there's an AT-TE as well. So, no, you guys are supposed to go together. Which way is that even?
Unit destroyed.
That, oh god. I didn't think you'd be able to hit it from there.
Reporting in. Walker moving out.
Alright, well, let's capture this LZ. And we'll capture what we can in this area as well. You guys probably have even higher single target damage right now. There we go. Get you back.
Deploying stormtroopers.
Order, sir.
Alright, let's get, first let's get
Reporting.
a sensor node there. And then I want to get a repair platform.
Secured a landing zone.
You guys can come back up too. Alright, we've basically got a forward base here. Got some heavier vehicles.
Setting course.
To bring down these guys.
On my way.
ATPTs look even larger now that they've been resized properly. They are kind of overpowered in the main build right now, just because
Standing by.
when they're smaller,
Yes, sir.
they present a much smaller target as well, and stuff tends to shoot over the heads right now. So we've just got to make, we've just got to specify some target bones on the model, and it'll be fine. But for now, it's kind of weird. Well, you know what?
Mauler ready. Roll out.
Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Where is the next build pad?
Time Mauler. Copy. I've got them on scopes.
Maybe there'll be one up there.
Roger.
Ready. Deploying.
Guys seem very hesitant to actually get into the battle.
Reporting in.
Okay, are there any build pads on the path up this way? Not really.
Roger that.
Form up. Moving out.
There were, what, 5 or 6 buildings we destroyed? 1, 2, 3 so far. There's 4.
Initiate
So
sweep.
presumably, there's probably one up here and another one over here.
Form up. Let's move out.
Is the sensor node over here?
Let's go.
Coordinates. There they are.
Uh-oh.
Changing course.
There.
Unit destroyed.
Come on.
Bombing run available.
There we go. And we keep our TIE crawler.
Away. Commence
Alright, you guys come up this way.
Awaiting.
There it is.
Keep going. You've secured an abandoned
I knew I'd find you eventually. Alright. Now that we have that figured out, let's just get everything to head over this way. Actually get this to come around over here. Because that AT-AT is just staring wistfully off into the ocean. I mean, not really an ocean, but... Small pond. Large pond, small lake. I feel like that either of those is fair.
Awaiting your orders.
Okay. There goes the AT-AT. And ATTE is over here. I believe I did mention in one of the previous episodes that we are taking away hard points from these guys, just because some of the functionality isn't fantastic. So once we get to a place where we have them as a more common ground thing, then we'll probably want to move back to it. I swear to God, if we lose both. Okay, it's just there we go. No! What? Oh, there's one of those guys there too. I didn't even see that.
Awaiting orders.
That's sad.
Ready to go. Commencing bombing
Alright,
run.
well,
Copy. This way.
Copy. We've sighted them.
I'll just orbital bombardment that, and then I'll walk up into the base and take out these guys.
Awaiting orders. I copy.
So there we go.
Providing covering fire. Target acquired.
This is kind of overkill, but our forces are already up here.
Commencing attack. Providing covering fire. All out.
Okay, take out
Weapons armed.
this because it was already lower.
Walker moving to attack. Targeting at maximum firepower. Form up. Heading out. All
Get
out.
out of here.
Let's move out.
Need the AT-AT.
Reporting. Awaiting orders.
Always ready, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's move out. Let's go. Cannons charged.
Alright, you should be able to handle this anyways.
Affirmative.
Unit destroyed.
Yes, Commander. Attack. Fire.
Get up a little closer, and there we go. We'll probably get another AT-AP out before they die. Maybe not. I guess we might have destroyed all the garrisons, but did lose our tank droids. So that's unfortunate.
System conquered.
But we got
Building
heaps.
started.
On my way, sir. Destination confirmed.
And which is Terrafon's map? Alright, the fall thingy. This map in the files, I believe, is just called Fall Map. And there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Zinj planets up north. Then there's Antimeridius. Maldrood actually got out of... Hold on. Maldrood got into Kessel. Zinj. Okay, 6 here because they took Ession. But none of these are going to be particularly hard to take if they just keep whittling away at each other up there. Because they don't have very many places to go after that. That's still kind of my plan, to go for those guys.
Over there.
Yeah, I feel like this is another map that
Moving out.
come 2.3 will likely
Construction complete.
not be in the rotation.
Squad, move out. Right away, sir.
Alright.
The enemy is approaching.
All right, men, take cover.
See. Hopefully I don't have to land extra troops for this.
Affirmative.
I do.
Choose your
I wanted to get all the way up there, capture the landing zone, and then
Destination set.
drop stuff, but
Inputting coordinates.
it looks like we have no choice but to do it first. I think those specialists being in the Raptor squad helps a lot.
Cancelled.
Affirmative, sir. Keep going.
But I think we want to make those individual units again instead of being part of the squad.
On my way. On my way.
Maximum unit capacity.
I copy. Keep going. This way. They are in my sights.
Unit destroyed.
Over there. In attack position.
Alright,
Roll
well,
out.
even if you can heal, can't heal from that.
Scanning for enemies. Initiate sweep.
So, sucks to be you.
Reporting. This way.
Okay, get you guys over there.
Order acknowledged.
One of you
Squad,
over
advance.
here.
Yes, Commander.
There we go.
We've secured a landing zone. Turret constructing.
Reporting.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now that the AT-AT's in range,
Attack that
here we go.
target.
Or, yeah. Oh, I didn't even bring the fleet over. So no,
Reinforcement point contested.
no bombarding.
Attacking target.
Order, sir.
Okay, you guys head on over here.
Move out.
A little bit of a waterfall from an internal well, I guess. Don't destroy it.
Captured an abandoned sensor array.
There we go.
AT-AT ready.
Let's go around the long way.
Laying suppressive fire.
Oh my god. What are you doing?
Our base
Jesus.
is under attack.
Okay, well, probably just lost some units because I was just, I think, justifiably distracted. That was,
Commander.
it's not the kind of thing you expect to see.
Course. Attack. Engaging. Armor transport ready.
Awaiting orders.
Ready for your orders, sir. Warm up. Scanning area. Engaging enemy. Battalion standing by. Reporting in. Acknowledge.
Alright, can, I guess you guys get out of the way?
Captured an abandoned sensor array.
There we go. Alright, that AV thing there. I'm not sure why there's a turret pad on that side, but not one over here.
Destination.
But hey. There's stuff in here? Yeah, there is.
The enemy base shield is offline.
Awaiting your orders.
Choose your reinforcements.
On my way, sir. Setting course. Inputting coordinates. On
At
my way.
maximum unit capacity.
Fire.
Okay, they don't actually have anything up here that's worth
Copy. Proceeding
worth
to target.
too much. It's just like a barracks is going to be spawning stuff. The rest is just
Target acquired.
infrastructure.
Fire.
So we can go up here pretty much without worrying about it. And let's get you guys
On the move.
going that way. I guess you guys can go and help
Copy.
up here.
Area.
You go help up here, you go help up here. And then everything will be fine.
Fire.
Ah, it's getting worse.
Target acquired. I've got them on scopes. Reporting.
Okay, AT-AT, I'm going to send you after the turret.
Yes, sir.
Oh god.
Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. Ready. Affirmative, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit destroyed.
Okay.
Weapons armed. There they are. Ready to go. Right away.
Alright, so nothing worth
As you wish, General. On my way. Moving
the spectacle here. So we can just... You know what, if you're just gonna stand there... There we go. Alright, so there's the Hapes cluster. I think. Yeah, we got whatever. Yeah, we got everything. So... I'm gonna get this. See, like, instead of being this weird, blurry circle thing around it, the new icon for that just has it light up a bit better.
Reporting.
So let's get
Building started.
happy.
Construction complete.
Clap along if you feel.
Constructing.
Alright. I think this fleet was enough. There's no way they got reinforcements.
departure set.
So we'll get some
Complete.
of the Lancers in there. And then we'll be ready to go.
Construction complete. Construction
I
complete.
didn't think we'd get this far this fast. I feel safe leaving these guys over Fondor because they're kind of blocked out. This fleet, I do need to leave that fleet there for Corellia. What we will do though
Construction
is get back to building these guys. So we have
unit in
Showdown, Solemn Vow,
production.
Talentalis,
Production.
Electric Fried Chicken, Devastator,
Production.
and then let's go down to Hakasi.
Beginning
We'll get that
construction.
built back up. Camp. We can get Battlestar Galactica and Harbinger. And then we'll get
Vehicle
Bad
in
Omen,
production.
Hitman,
Construction
Under the Empire. What's still building? Brental. We can get Spartan's Pride,
Unit.
Fighter Superiority, and Odyssey. And I think that'll be the first time in the whole playthrough we have all of our patron ships up. Which also means I'm going to start building some other stuff. We won't use the discount on Kuat yet, because we have so much money.
Vehicle in production.
And by that I mean like
Unit in
30,000 credits.
production.
So it's
Construction
really not as much as you'd think. Antimeridius, do you use the Denon map still? Yes, you do. I might leave Antimeridius for quite some time then.
On the way.
It is fairly heavily infrastructured. So we're on a lot of the corporate sector planets. It would be nice to go in from Yolsha.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
You know what? Palpatine.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
It will be done.
He's gonna go on quite an adventure. Right Junction.
Beginning construction.
Did they already send the ground units over?
Tactical battle imminent.
Well, either way. There's still pretty much an even amount of Zinj and Maldrood left, which I didn't expect coming into this, because Maldrood was fairly well handled by Zinj early on, it seemed like. And then I guess when we started attacking Zinj, he lost the ability to finish off Maldrood, which let them get a foothold back in the galaxy.
All stations on standby.
Choose your reinforcements.
Increase to flank.
Alright. Who's our flag gonna be for this? Silencer. Yeah, I feel like we've used Silencer less.
Enemy has been spotted.
And you know what? Maybe we will use the inevitable.
Yes, my lord.
It's kind of inevitable that we did, but... They don't have... Like, especially with the ships they sent off, they don't have that much left here. I was kind of afraid of doing this because of the arcs, which are still relatively overpowered. But I think we'll be okay.
Actions at your command, my
Like,
lord.
see, they've taken down a fair bit of our shields already.
Copy.
But we have
Deployed.
enough fighters and especially Lancers that we should be able to handle them relatively easily.
Star Destroyer ready.
And if you guys want to head up towards the base,
All sections at your
I'll do the same with you.
All ahead full.
Okay, don't worry about that. E9 Vigilance, you can get on that.
All gun crew reporting.
Changing course to intercept.
Acquiring target.
Super Star Destroyer ready.
So one of the things ever since I imported the new asteroids that's bothered me is just how dense the asteroid fields are. In which, considering these are actually relatively high poly asteroids. There was one person in particular, Dad Josh, I'm not sure how you'd want your name said, who comments here fairly regularly as well, but he was having some issues with frame rate, and there are some cases in which frame rate will just be a little bit lower in 2.2 than, like, it's overall it's fairly similar between 2.1 and 2.2, but I've been trying to reduce the poly count as well as reducing the number of asteroids in the asteroid fields, just so they look a bit cleaner. You don't have these giant masses of rocks, and that should help performance a little. There's been very few cases of people who haven't had a performance increase or performance stay the same, and that seems to be one of the edge cases where if people's graphics cards can't handle the load from the asteroids specifically, that'd be an instance of slowdown. But I'm pretty confident we should be able to resolve that a fair bit. Like, maybe it'd still be a couple frames lower, but it shouldn't be anything too noticeable by the end, I'd hope. We did lose something that's 1 pop cap, so we lost a Lancer. Yeah, we've got 3 left. That's a lot of ARC 170s done. In the PA playthrough, by this point, I feel like we spent most of our time killing ARC 170s and gladiators for the Greater Maldrood, and the fact that they have a lot more diverse fleets right now, and it's just that one instance of 16 ARC 170s seeming really high. It's actually not that bad for what it was or what it could be.
System lost.
Yeah, didn't see that coming. I guess we'll take this right away, and then we'll go up and take back Junction. Because they'll go from Junction. Well, did Zinj actually take back? Hold on. Yeah, Zinj got Mon Calamari and Hast. So Kessel, Liana, Findar, and Junction. That's it for Maldrood, and that's all pretty spread out. And I'd assume either Zinj or the New Republic is going to grab Kessel. I thought it would probably be the other way around, where Maldrood took out Zinj, but I guess we took out most of Maldrood's fleet, and we haven't seen Iron Fist for a while. I don't know if that's because Iron Fist is dead or what, but it could be that Iron Fist is how they were able to take some of that stuff they just took, especially Mon Calamari. I mean, Hast is usually fairly similarly defended, so...
Let's move out. Avoiding fire. Let's go. We've captured
There
an
we
abandoned
go.
sensor array. Keep going.
Do you want to check the health on these guys?
Roger that.
Alright, is this all just... Yeah. So it's not even going to be that difficult.
Destination set.
Well,
Right
Time
away.
Maulers. I feel like this is still one of the maps without
Commander.
Form up.
I
a
am ready. Acknowledged.
a bunch of build pads. I'm not seeing
Awaiting
any.
orders.
That'll have to change at some point. But you guys
Ready. Right
get on in. I'm just gonna leave
Yes,
that
Commander. Initiate
May as well.
attack run.
Oh, there's some by the base.
Moving out.
You guys.
Changing course. Fire! Open fire!
There you go.
Right away. Attack that.
This is why I brought the Maulers down, because they're actually not terrible against the Skyhoppers. But we're gonna take out the shield generator and these 2 ATAPs with our orbital bombardment, and apparently not the 2 ATAPs.
I anticipate no problems.
Here's all right, and it's just those 2 guys, because it looks like 3. Never mind. Because it looks like
Destination is acknowledged.
the
Armored transport ready.
Skyhoppers were taken out by the Maulers
Ready. Moving
entirely.
As you command. You can
All
start
right, go for
your
this one because it's
advance
actually closer.
I am en route.
And I think I mentioned it a little bit earlier in the playthrough, but occasionally between episodes, I'll build my way through one of the eras, just to make sure that the Lewis script's all working as intended, and that's what I did right before this episode. So I built the Carnor upgrade just to see if everything was working properly, and it seems like everything is still good to go. So what I found out is that Veers is already set up to be one of the units that, or one of the heroes that stays between eras. So even once we go to the next era, Palpatine for Carnor will actually be the only swap that happens, because none of the Dark Empire or Crimson Empire heroes rather are currently set to spawn. That's one of the few things that's actually still left to do for the most part, because Evil Bob the Bob and Mr. Hobo and I are pretty much finished the GCs. Bob's been working on some of the from the ground up stuff using the random unit spawns that we showed off a little while ago, about a week ago I think, on the channel here. So those should all be done. The Mr. Hobo has been working on doing some of the backdoor edits. Oh, I thought the game crashed, but it would just alt-tab because of a stupid update notification. But yeah, so Back to War is almost done, and then I'm working on Reunification. I think Reunification is going to end up being another one that's changes a fair bit between 2.2 and 2.3 as well, because there's going to be a lot more room to do some extra like tactical missions and stuff, which I think it'll really benefit from. Let's get Silencer in here. Let's get Is Treason Then and Oblivion. And let's get some MTCs in on the side here. There were a couple ships towards the start of the playthrough that I also said I was surprised that people weren't getting for the patron ships. And I don't think anyone picked an MTC, and that one I understand.
Our shields are down. Our primary engine system is down.
All right.
Take out the iron.
Choose your reinforcements.
Order confirmed. We've lost our turbo lasers.
Actually lost an MTC. And notice how I am not sad.
The engines are our primary target.
Looks like we got those engines. That ISD's down. Alright. I don't think anything's actually getting away from here. A couple days ago, I gave Shaq, Eckhart, and a couple other YouTubers some preview copies of 2.2. And whenever I do that, whenever either I'm starting a playthrough or someone else, especially people who are less familiar with how the mod actually works, which, I mean, compared to me, but with TR specifically, I mean, they're especially during development, they're going to be less familiar with the ins and outs of everything. But so far, that seems to be going okay. So it looks like we are still on track for what we need to do.
Reporting. Choose your reinforcements.
Setting course right away.
And
Moving out. Capacity.
this is like the 7th time we've done this. It feels like this particular map, or this particular planet, Junction. But this should be the last one, because they'll no longer have access.
Coordinates. Heading out.
Moving to secondary position.
Roger that. Fallout troops. Fire at will.
Support order acknowledged.
I don't think they've had time to build up any infrastructure, so it's really just
Let's move
looking
out.
for stuff. Alright, there we go. Yeah, they just have whatever they left.
System control achieved.
Let's move you over here. Let's move you guys over to Yavin.
Cruiser online.
And, I mean, I kind of want to just end the Greater Maldrood to this.
Construction
To the,
complete.
well, I guess to the extent we can. We don't really have access into
Construction.
Kessel.
Dreadnought.
But what map is Liana using?
Construction.
Carta map. I think that's Carta. Corleg, maybe? I'm not sure. And then this is the okay. The edited Enzoth map. But what I wanted to do
Cruiser online.
specifically,
Vehicle in
grab
production.
2 of you, and I kind of think where did Palpatine end up on his journey?
Complete.
I know he was gonna take a while, but I figured I could track him a little bit better than I am. He's gonna oh, there he is. So Shaw,
Reporting in.
he's gonna go in for some of that NR stuff, but I kind of feel like I should end this half of Era 3 fairly soon.
Construction complete.
Well, let's see what's going on Liana. Then we'll see what's going on in Severo. Yeah, it looks like we're pretty much cleaning out Maldrood today.
Cruiser reporting.
Yeah, there goes Kessel. Zinj actually got Kessel. He's still got some territory over here, too. Well, let's leave these guys just in case.
Tactical battle imminent.
Okay.
Cruiser ready.
Who will you have at Severo? Probably nothing. I don't think they're going to have much left at Severo.
Commander on deck.
Incoming.
I mean,
At once.
inevitable.
Reinforcements
Let's
canceled.
get Oblivion.
All out.
And what was that?
Calling
2.3 win?
information.
Let's bring in just a regular ISD2.
Around.
Garden variety ISD2.
Target locked.
Superstar destroyer ready. All sections at your command, my lord.
Attack formation. Sir, I've detected.
I've got him.
Go after the stragglers.
Superstar destroyer ready.
Bomber standing by.
Okay.
Reporting in.
So this will be, I'm assuming this will be the last major, quote unquote, battle against the Greater Maldrood. It's gotta be less stuff that they have at Severo. Because I don't remember, yeah. Probably knew that beforehand, but I'm tired again.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Want to do the ground first? Yeah, let's just.
Coordinates received.
What? Where did you send that? Oh, are you serious?
Cruiser here.
Is it that poorly defended? Okay, so I guess we'll just we'll take Liana and then we'll end for today. And then in the next episode we'll try to take like Yolshaw, Telos, Eddie 4, Bonnerton, Ession, and we'll end the corporate sector stuff. And I'm assuming the New Republic is making some inroads down in the south here. That does mean we're probably gonna have to back off of Fondor. But I saw the opportunity, took the opportunity,
Come across enemy
didn't make anything out of the opportunity.
Enemy base shields up.
Yes, Commander. This way.
Don't actually need
Coordinates
sensor nodes here as the Empire.
setting course.
At
Right
maximum
away.
unit capacity. Base is under attack.
I mean, who am I kidding? I'm me. I'm gonna build one anyways.
Can I help?
Especially because we're starting to lose the civilians.
Ready. Right. Got it.
But mostly because I'm me, and that's just what I like to do.
Heading out.
Alright, let's get some of these
Keep going. Attacking.
time mailers over here.
Reporting in.
And you can go get that guy.
I copy. This way. Targeting.
Felt like they were probably gonna. Oh, let's get over.
Yes, General. Moving out, sir.
Reporting. Deploying. Roger that.
Get their little convoy.
Yes, sir. Scanning for enemies. Initiate sweep.
No, you guys get over there. You were not supposed to get that diverted by these guys.
Awaiting your orders. Targeting at maximum firepower. Standing by. Ready for your orders, sir.
Alright, get on over here. I kind of want to speed up the deploy time of the EWEBs if we can.
Fire. Ready for orders. Attacking.
You know what?
Battalion standing by.
This guy needs help.
I've got them on scopes. There they are. I copy. Let's move out.
Alright. Wait. Isn't the turbo or no, the power gen is supposed to be northeast. We went over this last time.
At your service.
You're gonna die if you go through there though.
Reporting.
Okay, let's just let's take a quick
I'm here, sir. As
hit
you
stop
command.
down there.
I'm order. Copy.
Give him some room.
Reporting.
You guys get over there with it.
Bombing run available.
Reporting in, sir.
Awaiting orders. Ready. We've secured a landing zone.
Destination set.
Reinforcements
Input into
canceled.
orders. Setting course. On my way.
Repair
Fill that
station
one up.
Yes,
constructing.
sir.
And are there turbo lasers that can get us from there? Doesn't look like it.
Complete.
I know there's one like on that side. But let's get you guys over here.
Awaiting orders. Moving out.
Roger. All right, men. Take cover.
Always ready, sir. I read you. Affirmative. Enemy sighted.
Okay. Oops.
Reporting in.
You're all dead.
Reporting in.
Okay, get back here.
Yes, Commander.
Get back here.
Activating.
Get back here.
Coordinates.
Everybody get in.
Copy.
I mean, I guess I don't really need the...
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Affirmative. Scanning
Unit
area.
destroyed.
There we go.
On the move. Reporting. Complying with orders. Scouting. I anticipate no problem.
So I will try to keep Veers alive.
Roger that.
Because we do keep him,
Sensor node
so
constructing.
it's always a good one to keep.
Your orders.
Construction complete.
Do we have... You know what? We have another AT-AT.
Choose your reinforcements.
So let's get you
Open
to
fire.
fall down that way. Not fall, but
Reinforcements canceled.
Form up.
head down that way.
Your orders.
Veers,
Commander?
your ability's almost up.
Head to that position.
So we're going to get you to head over here.
I'll be there shortly.
There it is.
Distance calculated. Yes, Commander. This way. Ready. Attack that target. Attacking target.
And this also has come up in the comments a fair bit about the EWEBs wanting to garrison all the time, but because they can't deploy in there, they can't actually fire out. And so what we're probably going to have to just do for that
What is your order?
is make it so that they can't deploy or they can't garrison.
Confirmed and confirmed.
So
I anticipate
doesn't give them the protection, but at least means that they're always able to do what they're supposed to be doing. And it looks like it's just one of these guys.
as you command. Form up.
Oh, no.
Changing course.
There's some
AT-AT.
other little friends here. Okay. Well, we didn't destroy Maldrood like I'd hoped, but we... Huh. Oh, they're retreating from Kessel. But we did get pretty close. So in the next episode, we are going to go for DeSevero, Ession, and kind of loop this through. We'll probably also start the construction on the air change event between Palpatine and Jax, which, like I said, it's probably one of the least impactful for us other than it losing us the Eclipse, but we do want to get through all the airs in this playthrough, and I want to make sure we have a decent amount of time in Dallas and Pelions as well. But I hope you're enjoying the playthrough so far. We are going to have the release of 2.2 coming soon, so I hope you enjoy that as well. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, or a comment. It really does help the channel grow. So appreciate the support, and I will see you next time. Bye.